Hello everybody and welcome back, I'm Count Christo and this is the Best of Both Worlds campaign. We are playing as the German Empire and we're currently destroying the last fascist nation in Europe, I believe. Yes, indeed. Fabulous. Yes, in Republican Spain went to communist, there you go. Although Portugal is experiencing some kind of proto-fascism that isn't modelled in game yet. But anyway, the last officially fascist nation in Europe. So, we're content to let them sit there. Or maybe we should charge in, actually. Considering we've just decimated their army by annihilating their Croatian forces. We should probably try and monopolize on that by launching a kind of, full frontal assault. And powering in here. We can always deal with the... Well, we can deal with these guys never, basically, if we want to. Tanks. Let's have a little bit of a romp, as I am fond of calling it. Straight to Palermo, boys. Let's do this thing. So, Cass, more fighters and Cass in the right place. You guys can fly from here, and then let's get all these Cass and try and get them as close as we can. Actually, you two probably fly quite successfully from here. Relatively. Not bad. I guess that's one reason to want to take Albania, really. We actually have somewhere to base these guys out of. I'd kind of like to spend this on industry. But honestly, my industry feels fine right now. Maybe we should spend it on getting the tier 3 carrier. We're not getting a research bonus for the tier 3 carrier. And I want it researched by the time this first one finishes. So, yeah. Let's do that. Either way, we only want to build one of these carriers. Because we're going to be getting the next one. We've got carrier fight. Oh, right, yeah. Carrier fighters. Definitely want to start building some of those. Do I want to put research into the carrier fighters? I think I should. By research, I mean XP. Yeah, so the carrier fighter BF 109TA is going to get an engine boost. There we go. Put those down here. At the top of the fighter list. Sorry, the top of the plane list. We will divert a couple of our fighter factories straight onto that. Okay, new troops can just go and hang out in Prague. And Prague actually has a few more ports that it's now responsible for. You can hold Varna and whatever this place south of Varna is called. So you just head on back. Beautiful. Okay, tanks to your positions. And then we shall punch through with much merriment through the Italian lines. They are sending some men in to try and hold us back, but I don't think it'll do much good. We should do a little bit of air support in the... I want 400. In the Alpine region as well. For a bit here. You aren't really in very good range. I think we could fly fighters from near Munich. That would work. Yep, that's good. You guys all spreading out. Yes. Although no one actually has the order to go here, so I'll change that. Good. Tanks, really, since we've got this breakthrough. Let's switch things up here. Sorry, music's getting a little bit loud. Just take that down a notch. Alright, let's move where we're putting our tanks in here. So many of you come up here, and then we'll power them through here. Because there's heavy fighting down here in the Istrian Peninsula. So if we were to move that a bit, we might have an easier time. Beautiful. So do we bother crushing them out of this southern area? There are some tanks down here, despite me... I could have sworn I didn't assign them here, but no big deal. Sure, let's just show you how good these tanks are by pushing straight through these mountains. 52? Not what I was expecting to see. It is mountains. And yeah, unsurprisingly, they are penetrating my, my light tanks. We can do war propaganda against Italy. We do need a tiny bit more war support when we're in offensive wars, but the Kaiser Challenge is going to go away soon, so we don't actually. Nice. Oh yeah, blow the Panama Canal has appeared as an option, because we're at war with Italy. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's us. I was going to say, why do we have land over here? We have Suriname, of course, because we took it from the Netherlands. So actually, you troops, we're going to need a colonial attachment. So we'll staff that with Yugoslavian and Romanian troops in preparation for when the war breaks out here. We will not lose a single bit of land to the Allied pig dogs. Beautiful. Okay, broken through here. Bring on the tank push. Nice. Crushing through. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, now more and more infantry are arriving. So, should we do something down here? I'd like to free up these men, I guess, but I just don't want to fight through the mountains much. When I see opportunities like here to have a really easy victory, I guess I should take it. Partly for the army XP, you know, it's going to be useful. We've got tanks to upgrade and things. If you could just, you know, press straight on, that would be great. They're holding really well just here. Ah, they got some tanks. It's probably a good tank division. Yeah, it's armored up. Oh no, it's mostly just that my guys haven't reinforced. We invented radio, right? Yeah. I'm surprised they hadn't reinforced in. Now we've got the panzers on the front line. We're annihilating them. It's more the kind of stats I expected to see. Crossing rivers with these light tanks. Not exactly their forte. Fair enough. We'll send some infantry in to help out a bit with that. If we could quickly rush across this river, that would be lovely. Seize Bologna, or have you say that. There we go. Pocketed them there. Just what we like to see. Easy little stack wipe of those guys. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. We could also probably push in here and take these ports out from behind them and then have them all starve in their Montenegrin pocket. Yeah, they're fortifying quite well here. It'd be good if we could rush across the river. This is the Po, isn't it? We could rush across to the north. That would be handy. And then we'll have some nice hills to push through here. But yeah, let's not throw good tanks after bad in attempting to break them here. We'll just push them back to their side of the river, establish the beachhead down here, and that will stand us in good stead for when we've cleaned up and freed up troops from other fronts. Spread the tanks all the way along so that we can just have them when needed, wherever that ends up being. Good. You guys are all coming to the front. You guys are all going to come to the front once this finishes. Good. Port strikes. Didn't go so well. Never mind. So the dev diary for the, as I've mentioned a few times, the dev diary for the, just looking at like overall many of the naval changes that have been made came out a few days ago. I counted how many changes there were in the dev diary. There were, sorry, into the interface, the naval interface. On just one screenshot, there were 32 of them. Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, we're across this river, that's excellent. Don't want anyone assigned to this pocket, because we need to hold our bridgehead here. This province looks very gettable as a bridgehead possibility. Okay, so down here we are thoroughly behind their lines. You two can come and charge to the other one. Great. And then same again really on this one. Just easy break with enough support attacks to make it trivial. Nice. And actually if they're not defending here enough at all, let's get more bridgeheads. Wrap up, take Turin, take Genoa. I think I will take... We should take Milan, right? Milan was well, maybe we should take... Yeah, okay, that works. We can take all oh no, wait. I was going to say we could take all parts that were once part of the HRE. The whole place was part of the HRE, so... Well, I don't know if Sardinia was, but all the way down here. The Kingdom of Naples. No, the Kingdom of Sicily, which included all of Naples, was briefly part of the HRE. Was it briefly? Maybe it's for hundreds of years. I can't remember. But yeah, but maybe we'll take the bit which was part of the HRE a bit more recently. So up to these two states. And then we'll puppet the rest that was below that. Or, I guess, lots of options. We could take up to here and then puppet the rest and consider it the Kingdom of Sicily. That would work quite nicely. And this bit of land, obviously, we'll give to Croatia. Free dockyards, eh? Oh my goodness, what happened to our oil imports? They're getting raided or something. Doesn't look like it. Good lord. Well, I guess we start importing from the US. We don't have much choice. Why is it over-importing by 20? That's strange. Are we having some kind of rubber import problem? I guess the Italians convoy raided some of our lines that mucked that up. Right, so we could get some more heavy cruisers. I wouldn't mind having a few more heavy cruisers. But really, we should have God, it takes twice as much effort to build one super heavy battleship. That's crazy. We should get some more normal battleships, I think, as well as the super heavy, meme ships. Let's put this in the order that I care about them. There we go. Let's do that. Beautiful. So I'm tempted to set. What's going on over here? Oh right, yeah, they're going over to. What's it called? New Guinea. Suriname? Suriname. Guyana, that's it, not New Guinea. New Guinea's New Guinea's over here. Let's send our navy in against the Italians. And we'll be extremely careful. But I just want to see what just happened. Justify war goal on Finland. Well, I think we let Finland die. Or more specifically, I think we try and beat Italy and send enough volunteers to Finland that we can help them hold out until we want to invite them to our faction. Because I bet once the Soviets are at war with Finland and we're no longer at war with Italy, they'll be willing to join a faction with us. And we should take out the Soviets first. Because, why haven't they got Estonia yet, by the way? It's a bit strange. They might join our faction too, actually. Once we're at war with the Soviets, no, they have neutral foreign policy. Did they go? They did go neutrality focus, right. So they'll never want to join. Almost never, anyway. If the Soviets declared on them, then they would. Or even if the Soviets justified on them, they might, actually. Although the problem is the largest positive modifier you can get is plus 100. And considering they're non-aligned minus 110. Oh, does non-aligned... The reduction from that scales with the amount of non-aligned in your government? I didn't know that. At least that's what I'm assuming, because it was showing as 80 earlier, wasn't it? With Romania. But yeah, so that's really interesting. Anyway, so we can volunteer and lend-lease Finland in order to try and keep them alive long enough that we're going to be ready to take on the Soviets, which is basically now. It looks like we're not really going to need to use many of these anti-Soviet things. We can't do... Oh, this guarantees all those three as well. I didn't know that. Because we spent so long doing this part of the tree, we're obviously not going to get to support the Finns in time. I would love it if we could end this Italian war super quick so that we can get there in time to send volunteers, because obviously sending Lend-Lease is good, but it's nowhere near as good as actually having boots on the ground, as it were. Alright, this area, I mean, come on now. Give it up, Italians. You're going to have no supply very soon. So you really ought to say uncle at this point on that front. All right, let's just clear up this area and get going for the actual push. We're across the river here now, which means that the tanks can just absolutely destroy them. We'll see what we can do to almost immediately pocket their entire army up here. Let's concentrate the tanks. Hyper concentrate the tanks here would be nice. What's this? Oh right, I thought that was a battle plan. Yeah, if we hyper concentrate the tanks here, we should be able to pocket their entire army and then just bulldoze through the rest of it. No one expects the breakthrough straight through their fortified positions in the city, but that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be glorious. How's it going down here? All good? Yeah, all under control. These tanks just still roaming around, slowly advancing. I would like this guy to get the Mountaineer trait, because it'll make him good at invading Scotland. But, you know, can't always get what you want. I usually can in HOI4, though. Oh, we're across the river here as well, of course. So we could break here and round here like that. It's, is it mountains, though? No, it's only hills. We might be able to pull that off. It's in Italy now. Yeah, so we don't need anyone assigned to Northern Italy anymore. It would only help with the defences at this point, which aren't, I must admit, they're not my primary concern. Let's pile a bunch of infantry into this gap as well, just to make sure it stays open. This isthmus. Okay. Very nearly got them down here. If these tanks were just able to actually start attacking, I think we'd make some better headway. They do appear to be realizing the predicament they're in, putting most of their men in defending this this port from me. But they will not succeed. Our plans cannot be permitted to fail. They don't, unfortunately, have to finish this justification, otherwise we wouldn't have too much of a problem. They actually only need to get, I don't know how far through it is, I'm pretty sure there's a mean time to happen, like a 100 days event, as long as they're justifying, which can cause them to instantly start the war. I'd love it if, you know what we could do? We could do a more ground cruise here, and also force attack. Break Bologna. I'm prepared to put my command power where my mouth is. Just get through there. They've got a lot of planes. That's without a buff. They're flying that, they're fielding enough planes to give us yellow air. That's not very promising for our future wars. It is also a very narrow situation. Let's stop attacking with everything but the mediums, so that we can get them as the one on the front lines. It's also the city terrain is just very tough. Obviously the light tanks can follow them up, and then the infantry bringing up the rear. Okay, let's go speed forward. This is a tough fight. We'll just let it run its course here. We are going to win, you know. I think there's not much doubt in that. We got the armor bonus. We're trashing the organisation of their divisions, so only a matter of time. Plus, we are getting close air support, although it being A, a city, and B, quite narrow on the... they're managing to cycle in divisions quite quickly is the problem. Although, there you go, we actually broke... Let's slow it back down again. We actually broke in a different place. Let's throw more light tanks into the other breach. We were just able to reinforce the city too quickly. There's a lot of... a lot you can do to... Oh, right. Oh, crap. We were meant to be paying hugely close attention, because we definitely need to not lose any ships here. Okay. Good lord. Well, there goes a ship. I think that was the Italian light cruiser. We should pull out, because our heavy cruisers, some of our heavy cruisers are almost dead. But that's great. We just got a load of naval experience. Repair now. So they will now attempt to withdraw. We did lose one heavy cruiser. It's unfortunate. The Nuremberg went to the bottom. But we took out 28 of their destroyers, which is beautiful. And yeah, there we got away. So we took heavier casualties than they did, but we got a lot of naval experience, which I will put into our Tier 3 carrier and Tier 2 super heavy battleship. Come on, break them. We need to help the Finns. Okay, it's only been like... it's only been 13 days. Maybe I'm freaking out a bit too much. You break this freaking port already. And don't break them. We need to break the port first so we can stack wipe them. I know it's not stack wipe in this game, but I've been playing a lot of EU4 recently. We know, Christo, you haven't uploaded HOI in ages. Look. I'm doing it now, okay? Let's get all these port garrisons established. I can't remember if peace deals invalidate your garrison orders. I think they do, maybe. Nice, we're through. See if we can get around them that way. Yeah, there's a lot of... There's just this freaking mountain range here. I couldn't find what this mountain range is called, Googling it. Does anyone know? What's this called? Pin them there. Be nice. Let's pin them a little bit more successfully. As soon as you break here, yeah, just charging straight in there. It's lovely. Actually, that's not ideal. Let's go here, then here. Yeah. They were the only ones engaged. That's unfortunate. One of you guys do this so we can get some more combat width here. See, as soon as we get more combat width, we absolutely destroy them. Look at that. Glorious. Okay, all you guys, just do this. Come on through. This is Victoria soundtrack on, by the way, in case you're wondering. Well, the war against Italy will continue in the next episode, and then we will we'll go against the Soviets, hopefully, with the support of our northern Finnish allies. But until next time, thank you ever so very, very much for watching. I do hope you liked the episode. If you did, hit the like button, it helps out a great deal, and I'll see you soon.